What is up, guys? Hope you're doing well. It's me, Dushan, and welcome to my daily updates YouTube channel where I expose myself to the public while scaling my agency towards 100K per month by the end of the year, or that is the goal. It is close to 4 a.m., or to be exact, it's 3:40 a.m., and I should be in bed by now, but I'm just nailing down a few tasks before I head to bed. Actually, I'm going to be working in my bed before I head to sleep. I know it's not optimal, but there are still a few things that I have to wrap up before I take some rest. So today didn't really go according to plan. We didn't really do much because the other half of the day was spent on a podcast that me and my friend watched live. It's basically these two popular guys here in Serbia, and that was a surprise for his birthday. The podcast, his favorite podcast. So we were there, both of us, just being kind of like guests of the show, behind the scenes, watching the podcast. So it was fun, but all of that ended at around like 10 p.m. Before that, I worked on a bit of fulfillment. I was about to do quality control, but I didn't receive one of the videos, and the other one I haven't watched yet, which I will now. So I worked on other stuff. So when I came back, I saw there was like a really, really big to-do list in front of me. The to-do list that all of us prepared together, or that I planned in front of you guys, and we are at 60% mark. So we didn't complete it yet, but my plan is to complete all of that before I go to sleep. Holy. I prepped the video for this weekend, so we're good on that. However, I need to record something as well this weekend to prepare for the next week, just to be ahead and just not to miss the uploading schedule. The last video didn't perform so well, but as I told you guys, like, we can't really rely on organic yet until that really comes to fruition. We will have to focus on the outbound. So we'll have to focus on the outreach. One of the things that I still have to do is do a bit of research and do some lead scraping, which I'll do as well before I sleep. I'm not sure when I'll exactly go to sleep, probably at around like 6 a.m. So proper 2 hours that I have to put in before I actually get some rest. But yeah, I'm not like super satisfied with this day, but either way I showed up, even though it wasn't perfect. Tomorrow's definitely not going to be perfect because, you know, I'm going to be fucked up from not sleeping properly, so my performance is not going to be ideal, but will work either way. So tomorrow isn't that stacked, I would say. We have to nail down 2 scripts. There are new clips that I have to sort out. Then I have to review the VSL as well that I haven't received, but was supposed to receive it today because something happened with the editor. So unfortunately we didn't receive that video, but it's like almost done. Then review that, do the outreach. I'm going to do some expos as well tomorrow because, yeah, why not? I haven't done that in a while. Make some threads. And then that is basically it. Like, tomorrow is not going to be super, super packed, which will give me a bit of breathing room to actually plan things out properly and know better how to execute, because I know what my bottlenecks are. So far, the biggest bottleneck was the content in the outreach, but content has become a bit easier to make now, I would say. It's not the best performing, but I knew that was going to happen because I know how these things work. And with a new type of format, especially, like, it's going to take me a good amount of videos to make until we actually see some pretty good results. And until I start publishing more and more case studies, it's definitely not going to be it's not going to be ideal, and we're not going to see any like we're not going to see a lot of bookings. Like there might be few here and there that we get, but then we'll just work on that. So whoever books, we'll see if they're qualified or not, and then based on that, we'll make decisions around like what kind of content do we have to make, what do we have to fix, and so on and so forth. The last video didn't perform so well as also like it's all the data points towards the idea actually not being that good, and the fact that I didn't upload it at the right time, just because I wanted to get it out. So yeah, I knew this was gonna happen. I knew that this idea like wasn't gonna perform that well, but just I just wanted to publish it nonetheless, because it's a kind of like a case study in a sense, where I break down thumbnails of my clients. So it will be hugely beneficial later when we have more content, and just as a resource that is attached on my feed. Because one thing you have to keep in mind, guys, is like we're not aiming to like get huge numbers of views, because our total addressable market isn't that huge, since we're targeting a super specific kind of people. But we can definitely increase these views with better ideas and better execution of videos. I just have to nail that down better. So that will come with reps. I know that I'm not, I don't seem to be the ideal candidate for personal branding, or somebody who has a ton of aura in front of the camera, but I can definitely work on it. So I have my plan for tomorrow. I have a few more things that I have to wrap up before I go to bed. Just to let you know what those things are, I have to review a video so my editor can tackle the revisions when he wakes up, which is going to be in a few hours. Then I have to schedule a video as well. There's going to be one more video that I'm going to schedule tomorrow, but I need a second review from a client. Then I have to give feedback on the intro that one of the editors did for another client. Then I have to launch the recruitment campaign on X and Upwork, and then the outreach, or part of it, which is lead scraping. So I'm not going to be sending outreach until I have, at least 5 people planned for tomorrow that I'm going to send outreach to, and then also follow up, which I haven't done, by the way. So I think like we'll be at like 80% mark or 90% mark of the tasks that were supposed to be completed from yesterday's plan. So that's good enough, because I told you guys that I usually do like 80 to 90% of my to-do list, and then rest of the things are just like pushed back. So I don't want to push back all of these tasks, because tomorrow's going to be incredibly busy, and I just want to have a bit of time to think and know what the next move is. So like I said, the biggest bottleneck is the outreach. I just need to like sort that out and make it better. Besides that, it's fulfillment contracts. Definitely need to do better contracts because of the cash flow, and I can't feel bad about not charging the clients, even though they didn't record videos on time, so we weren't able to deliver. That's something that's been happening for a good while. Not with every client, but it happens for a few. So contracts, fulfillment overall has to stabilize. Then the fulfillment is going to be also stabilized by reoccurring hiring of new people, and then also outreach, getting more people through the door or signing more deals, which will put me in a position where I inevitably have to fix fulfillment, better my service, better my product, just because I have more people to fulfill and I can't let them down, which is kind of like my whole approach. Because you sign a deal and you have to fulfill in the end. I'm just like not the type of person who is going to charge somebody or who's going to get them on, sign a contract, get the money, and then disappear, because I know many agencies do that, but we're different in that sense, So, yeah, that's basically it for this update. I'm going to catch you guys tomorrow. And yeah, I'm going to get to work and then get some rest before I go to sleep. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.